Hey, what's up everyone? How y'all doing today? Why is my camera so messed up? Who broke my camera over there? Somebody's broken my camera. Hold on a second. How'd this thing get so out of... It's like it's not even close to where it's supposed to be. That probably looks a little better. That should be better. Alright, what's up guys and girls? How's everyone doing today? Now I gotta find your comment box and we can get this thing ready to rock and roll. So we got a question and answer. If you guys got questions, we might have some answers. Actually, I do need to double check the audio settings again really quick. Alright, so that's way too much compression. Alright, hold on. I gotta reset a couple of things here. That's probably pretty good right about here. And that is definitely too loud. Let me turn that down. We're, alright, check, 1, 2. Okay. There we go, perfect. Audio set up good now. I see Shiva, what's up, buddy? Serpent, what's up, man? Sammy. I see Herson, what's up, Herson? Destoya, what's up, Glenn? Nice to see you, Mick. We got Suhan, hello. Awesome to see you guys. Thank you for coming out. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here, everybody. I definitely appreciate it big time. So what do you guys think about the new anti-cheat coming out? I'm going to ask you guys some questions to start off. Let me get this on live chat so I can see everybody's comments. Where can we see Titan and weapons? Are you asking like where to get the Titans? Where to buy them? I'm not really sure what you're asking exactly. Or are you trying to find the ones that you currently own and view those? Where's the giveaway winners? Most of them have all been announced already. So if you look at the community tab on my channel, that will give you some good ideas on how to find all the winners. All right. Wow, I don't know what your name is there. It's some funny lettering. He says, I'm happy about the new anti-cheat. Yeah, I hope it works really well. I hope it works super well. How does Mauler not get damaged? That thing is a beast. Mauler is a 100% beast. I'm not really sure why, but they've made that thing to be like the craziest, tankiest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's almost unfair. It's so strong, it's almost what I would call unfair. That thing is just 100% nuts. Honestly, it's a very scary Titan. If you can start hitting it as soon as it drops in, it should take some damage. But the problem is, that thing will start charging up the repair amplifiers. And once you get 2 charged up repair amplifiers on that, it becomes almost unstoppable. It's just a plain beast. Like, they actually do need to nerf it, right? I feel like it could use a nerf. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for those shotgun weapons. Those shotgun weapons are insane. Completely insane. Tala wants to ask something. Tala Warrior, go for it. Oh, I was just answering your question. It's just the way that crazy thing's designed. It's ridiculous. Can you recommend free-to-play Hangar guide? I don't have Skyrose yet. Then alright, here's the thing. There's a lot of things about to be rebalanced, so our guides are probably going to be changing pretty soon, right? The rebalance is going to cause some changes to the game. But the good news is there's still going to be some really good things you can build in the workshop, but what we recommend to build may start changing here because there's a lot of rebalances on here. But I mean, currently Fenrir is really good, Invader is really good, Skyros is really good, Ravana is really good, Phantom's really good, and there's a lot of good stuff in there. But most of the good robots you either have to build, pull them out of crates, or get them out of data pads or something like that. So you can't really just go in there and get something that's good out of the store or buy it with your resources, if you know what I mean. Now, if you want to spend real money, you'll see a lot of great deals. I mean, $5 or $6, you can go in there and buy a Mark II robot with Mark II weapons. But Jay Kuzer, what's up, my friend? Yeah, Mace is a very good weapon. Ocho is a very good robot. They're taking away most of the nerfs they were planning on doing on the Ocho. They realized they were trying to dumb it down too hard, so they're taking some of that away, which is good. What's up, Guffy? Yeah, I'm not sure about Kefri right now. I don't know if Kefri is very good. I do know that Revenant is getting some buffs. Revenant's a really good robot, actually. And as far as Punishers go, I mean, if you're a newer player, put Punisher and Punisher T's on everything until you get something better, because they're cheap to upgrade, they do nice damage. The only downfall is they have a 10-second reload time. But they're the best weapons you can get that won't cost you a fortune to upgrade. You can run them until you get really good weapons, right? Shiva says, move the camera. Oh, you must be looking at the... You must be on the older part of the stream, because I should have the camera situated by now, yeah. The camera is now situated, but thank you. What's up, AR Gaming? Tala says, yeah, Heimdall is great. It's going to be. I have a feeling Heimdall is going to be amazing because they are buffing it. I think Heimdall is probably going to be super duper awesome. I'm really looking forward to that, honestly. Alright, do I think the current upgrade system needs a change to instant upgrade system? That would be wonderful, but I doubt they're going to do that, but that would be very nice. I think we would all enjoy that. But right now, it's only the ultimate robots and weapons that get that treatment, but everything else does not, unfortunately. But the thing is, you know, they probably want you to go in there and buy some gold. I mean, you can instantly upgrade if you have some gold laying around. I mean, there's not a lot to do with your gold these days, so the only thing I really do with my gold, like, is when you're a brand new player, you want to make sure you open all 5 hangar slots with gold. After that, save your gold for weapon and robot upgrades. That's how I would do it. At least. That's my advice. But unfortunately, I don't think they're going to change that, but that would be nice. AR Gaming, what's up, my friend? He says, please add me in game. There's actually a limit on how many friends you can have in game, so you can only hold so many friends, unfortunately. I think you can only have 100 friends on your friend list. So, unfortunately, you can't add everybody, even if you wanted to. Tala says, buying it Lusky. Luskio. Who? What? Luskio? Oh, that's somebody's name. Is there any... That's a hard one to pronounce. I'm still trying to figure that one out. He says, is there any other way to get a Dagon except for winning it through the data pads? Not really. See, here's the thing about war robots, right? When something new comes out, it takes forever until they make it easily available. Eventually, they'll put it in the workshop, but when something new comes out, it's usually in the data pads only, or you can buy it in the daily deals, or there's a small chance it could be like in the super chest. I don't know if it's in the super chest or not, but there's a possibility you could pull it out of a super chest. I'd have to go in there and look, but Heimdall with 4 Vajras. Personally, I don't think I would really run Vajras on the Heimdall, because I think the Heimdall is more of a mid-range fighter than a close-up fighter. So I think he would be better with weapons like 4 blinders or 4 even flamethrowers. Something where you don't have to be really, really close. Like the Vajra and the Maha Vajra do the most damage at point blank. You have to be like 50 meters or closer for those to do huge damage. So they wouldn't be my first choice on something like the Heimdall. But I think Heimdall is really better as a 350, 500, or 600 meter fighter, honestly. Now, if you can play the Heimdall that close and do well with it, they would be a nice set of weapons for sure. But I think most people aren't really going to be playing the Heimdall at really close range. I could be wrong. I mean, you might love playing it at close range. Those weapons are great on anything you play at close range, but they do crappy damage from a distance, amazing damage from 50 meters or closer. Jace is recovering well. Good, man. Glad you're doing better. Oh, wow, that was your 26th surgery. Holy crap. I didn't know you've had 26 surgeries, Jay. Holy crap, Oli. That's insane right there. But yeah, back surgery, any surgery is scary, but 26? Holy crap, Oli. You must be immune to the anesthetic by now. God, that's just, that blows my mind. 26. Has it all been back surgeries? God. Crisis is pretty good. Crisis is getting a rebalance of some sort, so I'm not sure how that's going to be after the rebalance. But Crisis is right now a very good robot if that's your type of playing style for sniping. I really enjoy the Crisis. I'm not really sure why they're nerfing the Crisis. I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, anything that says exclusive content and not in the shop means you have to pull it out of a crate or out of a data pad or something like that. Or buy it from the daily deals. Ah, racialized Canadian got a Dagon and a Zapper. That's awesome. Dagon's a cool robot. I don't know if they're planning on rebalancing him, but Dagon's really fun. I think they're doing something to it where it's going to be better, but they're going to reduce some of the shield ability or something. I think they're giving him a couple of buffs and a couple of nerfs at the same time. And it sounds like, on paper, that almost sounds like it might be a benefit to him. With the amount of people running shield breakers anyways, that might be a good thing for him. I'm not sure yet. Mech kind of likes to rebalance DKs. They might not be so bad. I mean, they might be pretty good. We'll have to wait till it goes live to know for sure, but they might still be really good. Banana Man, what's up? Mark, hey. Happy Brawler, what's going on? You got a 15-minute break. Hopefully your break goes good. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate you guys. We got Humble Servant. What's up, bud? Good to see ya. Alright, so if you want a Freedom Mace and a Hussar. So I think the Maces are really good. Hussar is a nice weapon. You got to have very, very, very precise aim for the Hussars, though. So not everybody likes them because they do require really good aim. Really good aim for those. But they're not bad weapons. I don't like them personally, but some people do. Alright, the new ice grenades. Those are on the rebalance list, so I would hold off on upgrading them until after the rebalances happen and we get to test them out. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if those are going to be worth upgrading. I mean, we only got like, I think, a week or two before the next update hits. So we should be seeing, they might even set those balance changes live early. So I would say anywhere between 1 and 2 weeks from now, we'll probably be seeing the balance changes. So a lot of stuff we're not going to know for sure. Because test server isn't guaranteed. The test server changes aren't guaranteed to be the same changes we get when they actually happen. Yeah, Magnetars are awesome, but they're also on the rebalance list. And I have a bad feeling those are going to take a pretty big hit. But right now, before the rebalance, the Magnetars are crazy. The Blights are crazy. You can run 6 piece of crap weapons on that thing. Since there's 6 of them, it's doing 6 different piece of crap weapons. And it's still doing a crazy amount of damage. I've tried all kinds of weird combinations of everything just for the fun of it. And so far, I haven't disliked anything on the Dagon. But yeah, 6 Magnetars or 6 Blights is insane. But that may change after the rebalance, unfortunately. Which robot do I think is the best for starters? Alright, so when you're brand new, I would say you want to get probably at least 1 or 2 Leos and 1 Griffin. Most of the starter robots that you can get easily are pretty bad. But Leo is a great starter robot. Griffin's a great starter robot. Natasha's a pretty decent starter robot. These are things that I would get and maybe level them up to like level 6 or maybe level 8. And I wouldn't put too many resources into those because you are going to eventually outgrow them. But they're great for brand new players until you get things that are better. But Leo is probably my favorite starter robot. I mean, if you want to spend a little money, now I did make a baby account on Steam. And I think I spent about $15 on it and I got 5 really fun robots. I mean, these wouldn't be robots that would do well in Champion League, but they're fine for Silver League. But, you know, you can spend a few bucks and get a decent starter hangar if you want. But your best bet is just get a bunch of Leos and Griffins until you get stuff that's actually good. Leos and Griffins are both really fun in the lower leagues. I mean, Leo is really slow, but it's a good starter robot. Please give me Dagon robot. You would have to ask Pixonic and get them to agree to that because they're the ones that give out prizes and stuff, not us, right? Sometimes they let us host giveaways, but that's all up to them. Us YouTubers can't just give you things. Canadian says Dagons with Magnetar is nasty. That's nasty. What's up, General? How you doing today? Unknown Ocho with Mace would be just fine, yes. Mace are nice weapons. I don't think they're on the rebalance list, so they should stay pretty awesome. I like the Mace. What I think about the Sonic Dagon, I think for the Sonic weapons, the reload time is horrendous. That's my only complaint. I don't know if I've ever played that, honestly. I'm not sure if I've ever tried that. But you got like a 14 or a 16-second reload on those weapons, so I don't know. I don't know. The other problem I have with the sonic weapons is when I'm lagging, I find I miss a lot of shots really easily when I'm lagging with those, so I don't really like them because I have a hard time playing them if there's lag, and the reload time is horrible. If I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry. Sometimes it does happen, but I try to get as many as I can. Ocho with 2 deceivers and the 2 tamers. Not really, unfortunately. Those deceivers and tamers aren't super strong weapons at the moment, Happy. But I would run one of the rust weapons just to prevent people from healing a little bit. And then I would try and get 3 other weapons instead. I mean, Ocho is just playing good in general. But I feel like the DOT weapons, I can't remember if the DOT is the Tamer or the Trickster or whatever, but the DOT ones, oh, wait a second. Wait. I would need to look. You've got all 4 DOT weapons, correct? I think I'm reading this wrong. Hold on. I'm having a brain fart on which one's which. I lost the comment. All right, you got 2 tamers and 2 deceivers. Yeah, those are all 4 the rust weapons. That's better. Like the DOT ones are terrible these days. The DOT ones are really, really bad right now. The DOT ones are okay, but I still wouldn't run 4 unless I had to. But I generally, if I'm going to run those rust weapons like that, I only run one of them just to make so people can't heal. Then I run like something else, like the blast shotguns. But that's how I would set it up, personally. Maybe like 3 blast shotguns and 1 rust machine gun would be great. Or I'm not really sure what all you have, but hey, you know, if you don't have anything else, that's definitely going to work. I just don't think those are doing that much damage right now. So Ultimate Hussar is kind of okay. Now the Ultimate Dagon seemed to be crazy powerful. To me, the Ultimate Hussar was it was nice, but I didn't really feel that it was that strong. So I don't know. I wasn't so sure I liked the Ultimate Hussars that much. I mean, that's about 1 billion silver, Guffy. That's almost 1 billion silver to upgrade a Ultimate Hussar. If it was the Dagon, I would say yes, do it, but I'm not so sure about the Ultimate Hussar. I feel that they're a little bit weak. I don't feel that they're worth 1 billion silver, honestly. XR, what's up, buddy? He says, what's the best way to get a lot of platinum? Alright, so if you want platinum, you just have to play your butt off. Play, watch any videos that gives out platinum, or spend a few dollars, right? It takes a while to save up platinum without spending money on it. I mean, you can go in there and buy some. I mean, it's pretty cheap to buy platinum from what I remember. I'd have to go look at the prices, but last time I looked, it wasn't that bad. Oh gosh, what robot would I recommend to buy for 5 or 10,000 gold? Honestly, I'm not even sure what all's for sale with gold. I think most of what's for sale with gold is basic robots that you're eventually going to outgrow. I'm not sure if there's any robots in there that are actually good. I don't know if you can buy a Fenrir or an Invader with gold. I would go look and see if you can buy either one of those with gold, because those are really nice. Or maybe even a Phantom. Look and see if one of those 3 are available. Because I don't know, I would have to look at every single robot. I mean, there's probably like 100 robots now. I'd have to go and look at every single one to see which ones are available for gold. Because I actually don't know. They change that stuff around occasionally, what's available and what's not. So I can't really answer that one at the moment. I'm sorry. Maybe someday I should go through and make a list of what is available to buy with gold. And yeah, that might be a cool video for people starting out, but that'd probably be like a 1 or 2 hour long project to figure all that out, unfortunately. Mark says he's running 6 Aramis. Oh my god. That's horrible, Mark. Don't shoot me with that, please. Please don't shoot me with that, Mark. I don't want to get hit by that. Little baby, how's your day going? He says, baby, got a baby account. Baby accounts are fun, actually. Yeah, you do have to level up the Revenant. 606, what's up, buddy? Revenant does require some leveling. Once you get the Revenant built right, it's a beast. It's a beast. And it's getting buffed, so I expect it to be crazy. As soon as it gets buffed, I'm planning on doing a video with the Revenant, and we're gonna try the Puncher and the Shredders. We're gonna try a Puncher Shredder on Revenant. I'm not sure if the weapons are gonna be any good, but the robot definitely is. You gotta learn when to use the ability and when to use your healing module. It's a lot about timing on the Revenant too. So a good build and proper ability and module timing is very important. Mitos, what's up, my man? Awesome to see ya. But Revenant takes a little bit of getting used to. Bananas, any weapon suggestions for the bot? Banana Man, which one? Which one? Which bot? I don't have a good memory, so if we were just talking about it, I've already forgot. Are you talking about the Revenant? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yusuf, what's up, buddy? I just saw another name I meant to say hello to and I lost it. Who was that? Well, hello, whoever that was. Thanks for coming out to my stream, everybody. Now, I forgot to mention, I do think somebody's out there working on the phone lines or the cable lines on my neighbor's at my neighbor's house. So if the stream dies or something, I hope they don't turn off the internet. A couple of days ago, they were back there and the internet went off for a couple of times when they were working on it. So hopefully they don't mess that up. Which weapon should you buy using gold? The only ones I know for sure that you can buy with gold is a Tehran. And those are somewhat decent weapons. I mean, they're not super strong. They're not like great weapons, but they're pretty good. I enjoy throwing the Tehrans on something every once in a while and taking it and playing it. It's a good time. There are way better weapons in the game, but those are nice to have. I'm not really sure if it's worth spending your resources on them for your average person, though. For me, it's worth it. I like them. I like playing them, even though I know they're not like super strong. I just enjoy it, right? For your average person that just wants something that's really strong, I don't know if I would really suggest getting those, but alright, so Devil says, which weapon set is best for Phantom? Alright, as of right now, I would say shotguns are really, really good on the Phantom. Like the Cudgel Mace Hammer type of shotguns are really good. If you've got any of the ultimate shotguns, those are crazy good. The new lifesteal weapons like the Aramis and the, what are the other names? I'm already forgetting. There's so many weapon names, I forget which one's heavy, medium, light, but the lifesteal weapons like the Aramis are awesome on there. The little Tesla weapons like the Fang Bow are awesome on there. I think those might be getting rebalanced though. What else? I used to really like the sonic weapons on the Phantom, and I think they can work pretty good since you can go in and teleport away. But they wouldn't be my first choice. But, let me think. What else is really good on the Phantom right now? Trying to think what would be super good on Phantom. The cool thing about Phantom is you can run in, attack, and get out. You know, after the buff, I have a feeling that the ice rockets like the cryos might be a good... I don't know if they're going to be good right now, but I think the cryo setup might be good after the buff. Yusuf, oh, Duck's live streaming as well. Sucks that we have people that stream at the same time. Us YouTubers should like get a schedule and have to stick with it. Tell Duck to get his own schedule. I haven't talked to Duck for a while. Duck's a cool dude. Is Quarker a decent to build component? Yeah, Quarkers are really good actually. I like Quarkers. Nucleons and Quarkers are very strong, and Atomizers are pretty decent. Atomizers feel a little weak for a medium weapon, but they're not bad. Quarkers feel pretty strong, and Nucleons feel pretty strong. So I like that. I like that family of weapons. They all work well together. They do very good. But yeah, if you're watching Duck stream, actually tell him I said hello. My ideal hangar without Raptor, Curry, or Baglier. Oh, man. You gotta take the Curry out of there, man. Well, if I couldn't have any of those three robots, I would say... I would start looking at my favorite older robots at this point. I would have to go with Revenant, Fenrir, Invader, Phantom. And what would I put in for the last one? What would I throw in for the last robot? That would take me a minute to figure out the last one. Because I think you're looking for, you know, my older stuff and not the new stuff. Harpy. I think I would throw in a Harpy for the last one, honestly. Alright, so little baby, if you're talking about the Scourge and the Sparks, don't buy those. Or the Calamities, don't buy those. They have to lock on, right? You have like a 3 or a 4 or a 6 second lock on or something. I think it might be I don't know, it might be a 6 second lock on. So basically you have to point at somebody, you wait for 6 seconds or whatever, then they lock on, and then if that person goes into stealth, you lose your lock on. Then they come back out of stealth, you gotta wait for the lock on again. So they're not really... You don't want lock on weapons. You don't want lock on weapons, honestly. I see somebody says, nice shot. Thank you. This is super old gameplay, though, from like years ago. Do I think that Subduer and Tesla weapons will still be usable after the nerf? Well, from what I can see, I don't think the Subduers are going to be taking that big of a hit. So I think the Subduers will still be good. I'm just guessing. They could nerf them more or less than we're expecting, so it's hard to say. Tesla weapons, I'm a little worried that they might not be so good. I mean, they're hard to use because you have a 100 meter range. You got to be really, really, really close. So I hope they don't hit them too hard, but... Edward, I'm doing good, bud. How about yourself? Eduardo, what's up, man? Everything is doing good, thank you. How do you charge the Titan faster in Extermination? Alright, so the weapons, I hate to say it, but the weapons that seem to charge the Titan really fast right now are the lifesteal weapons. Like if you run around with an Ochi Kochi with lifesteal weapons, or drop like a Harpy or a Siren in with lifesteal weapons, those will charge the Titan really fast. But Most weapons, it's a pretty slow process. I mean, one of the reasons I don't play that extermination too much is I think they do make it way too hard to charge the Titan. And it's a pain. I don't like extermination. You almost have to have a hangar set up specifically for extermination. Then you got to sit there and figure out what works and what doesn't. Then after you get all the rebalances, then you got to refigure out. It's a nightmare doing extermination. I kind of hate it. But as far as I know, those lifesteal weapons are the only ones that are charging up a Titan really fast right now. Little baby says, Danny, did you watch Forrest Gump live? I think I've been to one of his live streams. I don't have a lot of time to... I put in about 100 hours a week between my 3 YouTube channels and the stuff I do, so I usually have about 2 or 3 hours in the evening free, and that's about it, which I usually spend playing War Robots with my clan. So I think I've watched maybe 2 movies this year. Like, I don't have time to watch TV, you know, I don't watch movies. I don't have a whole lot of time to go to people's live streams. Like, sometimes if I see somebody's live streaming, I'll put it on and it'll be on the TV, but I don't have time to get in the chat. I mean, sometimes I'll watch somebody's, or I'll have it playing in the background. You know what I mean? But I don't have a lot of time to go in and chat with everybody because I'm always working on stuff. I put in a crazy amount of hours and it's crazy. Now, if I didn't answer everybody's questions, like I probably spend 3-4 hours a day just going through comments on YouTube and answering questions. So if I didn't do that, I'd have a lot of extra free time, but I get a lot of people asking questions, so I try to answer everybody. Midnight, what's up, my man? Tiger Druid, what's up, buddy? Alright, you want to know if the game is still good? Yes, but 2019. That was 4 years ago. It's definitely changed a lot in the last 4 years. Like, things are different. The game is still good. I mean, they still rebalance things here and there. A lot of people don't like that. They're actually adding an anti-cheat to the game here on the next update. I don't know if you played before they reworked the drones and everything. There was a big drone rework at some point, so there's a lot of things that have changed. I think it's a great game. It's a little harder to play this game without spending money than it used to be, so if you're free to play, you got to have a lot more patience now than you used to. It takes a little longer to get all the stuff you need, but it's still an awesome game. But it's hard to do well or get anywhere fast without spending a few bucks, if that makes sense. Well, we've been streaming for... Oh, wait. I'm going to change... Which one is this? I'm going to change to the other game footage. Properties. How do I change? That's my camera. That's the game footage. Wow, it's not going to let me click on properties. What the heck? Oh, I see why. Properties. This is Lightning 2. Let's move over to the other video of game footage. I got a couple of these old school live streams downloaded from like 5 years ago, so every so many streams, I try and switch to a different one. I need to download a couple more. What weapons can I get for the Curry? Curry's good with about anything, Brandon. I still really like blast shotguns on there. I like Redeemers on there. I like the Subduers on there. After the buff, the ice rockets might be pretty cool. The current ice launchers we have are pretty cool. Those are getting rebalanced, though. I think those are getting nerfed, so I don't know if those will still be good. Ultimate Avengers is good on there. If you're really well, those are getting rebalanced too. The Tesla weapons are good, but they're getting rebalanced. What else? Nightcrawler, what's up, man? He said, it's Bobblehead. But yeah, I mean, the game's still really good. I don't know. It's one of those things you'd have to come back and really try it to see how it is for you right now. Devil, what's up? He says, I run Crisis with level 12 Thunders. Yeah, I mean, it's worth playing, but that's going to be a very hard robot to play. Thunders, alright, Crisis really wasn't designed to be a up-close fighter, and Thunders are going to do the most damage when you're 50 meters or closer, so it's definitely worth playing. I'm sure it's awesome if you can somehow keep it alive. That would be very, very, very hard. Eduardo says, thanks for the answer. You're welcome. Hopefully I answered your question well. But there's a lot of stuff that works on the curry, honestly. So far, I haven't really tried anything on the curry that I didn't like. I mean, there's probably some weapons I wouldn't like on there, but... Alright. David, what's up, buddy? He says, with the Teslas on one hand, the nerf is quite significant. On the other hand, they do so much damage they might just be usable. Yeah, I mean, it does look like a significant nerf, but that doesn't mean they're going to be dead. They might be decent, they might be underpowered, or they might still be pretty freaking good. It's hard to say. Do I think the bag layer is meta? Andrew, if you find the right weapons for it, yes. Yes. You gotta build it well. It's kind of squishy. Once I found the right combination of pilot skills, it started doing really well. But you gotta find really hard-hitting weapons, and it'll pretty much delete people. It's crazy. So I was playing with 4 Bersants for the last couple of days. I mean, sometimes it one-shots kills somebody. Sometimes it'll 2 or 3-shot. I mean, I 3-shot killed an Cryptic Fenrir with it the other day. I was like, holy crap, holy. It's brutal. Those things have a little bit of slow DPS. Some people don't like them because they shoot a little slow. But the damage is crazy at close enough range. 4 subduers on that thing is nasty. 4 of the ice rockets... Ice launchers is nasty, like the new ones, like the what are those called? The new ice rockets we just got. They're not really rockets, they're more like lobby lobbers. I forget the name of those right now, but those things are awesome. Nightcrawler says, great stream. Thanks, my friend. Little Baby 4 says, Typhon hit with the ability we can't move or can't. Oh, it's called an EMP, right? Typhon EMPs you, so it does like 3 or 4 different things to you. You get locked down, you get EMP'd, and I think you get suppressed as well. It's a nasty ability. Banana Man says, Screamer or Devastator? I can't tell you on that one, my friend. Probably, I would say probably the Screamer. What shotgun is better, blast or slug? Alright, so Guffy, that really depends. The blast shotgun will do the most damage at point blank, but let's just say you're 350, 400 meters away. The slug shotgun does a little more damage, so neither one does good damage at 400 to 500 meters, but it depends on how close you are. That's the easiest way to explain that, I guess. Alright, is Heimdall worth upgrading? The buff hasn't happened to him yet, but if they go through with all the buffs, it's probably going to be really good. Probably. We don't know until it goes live, but probably. Right now, it's pretty crappy. It's not really crappy, it's just kind of eh. But I think there's like 4 or 5 different things they're proposing to buff on the Heimdall. So I expect it to be really good after the buffs, but we won't know for sure again until it happens. Yeah, Glenn, I've got a feeling Eiffel's not going to be anywhere near as good after they nerf it. I've got a bad feeling it's going to be kind of crappy, honestly, but we'll find out. It needs rebalance, but I feel like they might be rebalancing it a little bit much. Pilot skills on Curry. Pretty much anything for durability is what I go for, right? I go for speed and durability. So I grab Roadhog, I grab Armor Expert, I grab Tough Guy if it was available. I can't remember if it is or not. I would grab the one that gives you extra defense points when you're low on health. I can't remember offhand. I would definitely put Mechanic and Wonder Worker on there if you can finish it. Wonder Worker is a really good skill on the Curry. But yeah, pretty much durability, healing, Roadhog, and anything that gives you defense points is really good. I mean, Curry is just a strong robot to begin with. Ah, little baby, I think you're talking about Pinceladas. You know, I have to ask him and see how she's doing, but I hope good, man. That's very awesome of you trying to help him out, man. Thank you. He seems like a very nice guy. Like, I've known him for quite a while through the creators program, but I know he's going through a lot of stuff right now. I haven't got a recent update on how are things going, so I definitely hope good. But yeah, thanks for trying to help him out, man. That's very nice. Some of the comments, you know, some of the comments were pretty terrible from a few people. I couldn't believe what a couple people said. I'm like, oh my God, that's awful. But, you know, it's good there's some nice people out there. But yeah, Pinceladas is a nice dude. Gamer1 says, when will the winners be announced? Alright, so most of the winners have been announced already. And then the last two giveaways just ended a couple of days ago. So once I'm sure everything's ready to go and good to go with those that winners list, we'll announce that. So give me another day or two. We'll probably have those winners up. What's the day? Wednesday? If everything goes well, I should be able to announce those on... Today's Tuesday. If everything goes well, I should probably have the winners video up on Thursday with the Mauler and the Anguisher winners. Yeah, David, I think Eiffel is going to be really fragile. That's the thing. And I think it's going to have much longer ability cooldowns, if I remember correctly. I played it like once or twice on the test server, and it seemed a lot worse, but test servers are kind of hard to go by in my opinion because they're very different. Is Corona or Halo good? Only if you've got the ultimate one, Guffy. The regular Corona and regular Halo, I think they're very weak and I wouldn't run them, but if you got the ultimate ones, they seem to be very strong. Now the heavy version, the ultimate, what's the heavy one called? The ultimate heavy shotgun is ridiculous in damage. The medium lights are pretty good, but the heavy one's nuts. Devil says, a friend of mine spent $180 on the game and he is on level 23 and I'm on level 30. Yeah, you know, that's the one thing, like, if you're, I don't know what league you guys are in, but if somebody's like in the lower mid leagues and spends money, they can usually get higher level stuff quicker and then overpower you. But normally people who spend money will move up in leagues quicker as well. So he'll probably move up in leagues pretty fast if he's got like higher level stuff. Yeah, little baby, thanks, buddy. That's very nice of you. Banana Man says, a Moogie best build. Oh, man. A Moogie's a hard one because... Well, it's not a hard one. It's just a really good robot. I would go for as much durability as possible on the pilot skills. Just all durability. On the modules, I would actually run 2 of the immune amps just so you can become immune faster and get a bunch of extra speed and a nuke amp. Now, as far as weapons go for that thing, there's so many good weapon choices. It's crazy. Like, I like a Mugi with close range weapons. Close range weapons are nice. So blast shotguns would be good. The lifesteal weapons would be good. Sonics, I used to really like the Sonics before they had the really long reload time. But I like close range weapons. Even the Tesla weapons are awesome on there right now. But I think it's such a versatile, different robot. There's a lot of different ways to build the Mugi. It's not really like a one-size-fits-all robot. Like, I mean, Fenrir, everybody should really build the Fenrir like the exact same way, I would say. But something like a Mugi, well, maybe not the exact same way, but there's going to be like a couple of base builds that everybody wants to run on something like the Fenrir. But the Mugi is so versatile. I mean, you could probably use it for like an up-close brawler. You could use it for a support. It really just depends on like your playing style and how you want to play it, but I still say speed and durability are really what you want to go for on, like, for the modules and pilot skills for the most part. Healing's good. It's just a really good robot. I mean, if you play it right, it's going to kick some people's butts. But there's so many sets of weapons I've tried on there. Like, I haven't really tried too much on there that I didn't like, to tell you the truth. Alright, so Phantom Dagon's getting a rebalance. So as far as builds on that, that might change a little bit after the rebalance. So I'm not really sure what's going to be the best way to build the Dagon after the rebalance, but it looks like they're going to be nerfing and buffing him. So there's a couple things I'm thinking there's probably going to be a few things I would change after the rebalance on the Dagon. So it's probably going to be rebalanced here in about 2 weeks. Banana Man says, I could agree more with that. What's up, Gamer One? How's your day going? Robot module guide. I mean, modules are pretty straightforward, right? I mean, for the most part, you got 3 modules that everybody wants, right? You got your nuke amps, your immune amps, and your repair amps. Generally, you can run one of each and throw that on anything and you're good, right? 1 immune amp, 1 repair amp, 1 nuke amp, and you're good to go on anything. Now, there may be some robots where you want to do two immune amps. There may be some robots where you want to do 2 repair amps, but if you took every single robot right now and put 1 of each on there, you would be 100% fine. So now, something like the Mugi, I might want to run 2 of the immune amps just for the extra speed. Or the Skyros, I might want to run 2 of those for the extra speed just so it can get to beacons faster. Now, like something that's a tank like a Fenrir, you might want to run 2 repair amplifiers so he gets the repair built up faster and stuff like that. So there are a few exceptions, but even on the Fenrir or any of those robots I just mentioned, 1 of each works great. If you want to change that, it's really just personal preference, though. Devil said, I'm watching your videos from the last 4 or 5 months, and I really enjoy the content, and I just subscribed. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate that. Glad you're liking the videos. Thank you. Thank you. David says, the new update and the rebalance with it will actually be in just a week from now. Is it really that close? I thought it was like I thought we had 13 or 14 days left. I'm very bad at keeping track of time, so I'm really bad at keeping track of time. Is it really a week? That's crazy. That's crazy. Time goes by so fast. Little Baby says, baby got a Mugi Mark II. I like a Mugi, man. My buddy Lestat was playing the Mugi the other day. We were doing time dropping each other or something. I think we were doing clan time drops, and I was chasing him around with my Raptor, and I wasn't able to kill him. He was driving me nuts. He would always be able to just get up and fly away, and then I would get over there. Yeah, it was driving me crazy. A Mugi's great if you know how to play it. It's not super easy to learn, I would say, but man, it's good once you get the hang of it. Dagon versus Angler. I don't know, like I keep saying though, it's like Dagon's getting rebalanced, so it's going to be very different. Angler is quite good right now, Dagon's quite good right now. After rebalance, one may be way better than the other, but Angler is a great little robot. Actually, if you play the Angler right, it does very good unless you're facing like a Raptor or a Mauler. But that's pretty much anything. Canadian says, I use both, but with weapons, you can shoot a mirror shield bot. Alright, I'm not really sure what you're referring to about a mirror shield bot. The only robot that puts up, if you're talking about reflector shields, the only robot that I refuse to shoot the reflector shield is Minos, because that thing will tear you to pieces if you shoot his reflector. And I try not to shoot the Luchador either, because that just makes him stronger. Now, if it's like a Siren or a Harpy or something like that, I'll shoot the crap out of the reflector shield because I'm not worried about the damage it's going to return. But I forget where I was going with this now. I've lost my train of thought. I've so lost my train of thought. I've lost my thoughts. My brain is broken. Little baby says, I eat bananas and milk. That's probably good for you. K-Fed, I haven't heard any more about a module rework. Like, I remember they mentioned, hey, we might rework the modules at some point, and we haven't heard anything about that since. I'm kind of hoping that they've decided not to do it, but I think the modules are fine the way they are, so I hope they've scrapped that idea, but I haven't heard another word about it since, so no info on that. If you guys haven't heard, they did announce they may rework all the modules. We don't know if that's robot modules, Titan modules, or both, but at some time there's a possibility they could rework some of the modules. So Guffy, are you talking about like the Ultimate Ao Jun or the regular one? I'll show you what's on my Ultimate Ao Jun. It's a really good build. Like, I can't remember exactly how I have that set up, but I'm really liking it. Let me log on to the... Ah, crap, I clicked on the wrong thing. Ah, I don't want that, whatever that is. Hold on a second. How do I get out of this? Okay. Let me open the game really... Stop that game! The game hates me right now. I'll show you how I've built my Ultimate Ao Jun. It's, I will say the Ultimate Ao Jun is a little bit squishy, right? It's not a very durable robot, but it's got huge amounts of firepower. So if you play it well, I think this build right here does great. But you gotta learn to use cover, learn to land back away from people so they can't get you. That's kind of the key to keeping that thing alive. As you fly in, do some damage, start flying backwards, and if you time it right, you'll still continue to, as you're landing, you'll still continue to like fly across the map and get back to safety. So if you time your landings right, it's really cool. Yeah, I think the Nightbot's turned off because it doesn't work right. Nightbot's cool, but it doesn't work right. When you have the spam protection on, it starts timing out people who weren't spamming, and then people who are spamming, it doesn't get them, and you're like, oh my god. Alright, so this right now is kind of my favorite setup on the Ao Jun. Let me get this thing off of here really quick. That's from my CSR channel. Remove. Oh no. Alright, there we go. So I'm really liking the decays on there. I think those things are awesome. But decays are being rebalanced and the Kestrel is also being rebalanced. So these two things you may need to change out eventually. But I've got a Yang Li pilot on here. I got Defense Expert, Armor Expert, Gunsmith, Adamant Roadhog, Bounty Hunter, and Stubborn Warrior. And I'm really enjoying this. Now, I think there is a skill to... I think there's a Destroyer skill, isn't there? Let's just say... if you want to do even more ability damage... oh, no, there's not a Destroyer. Never mind. Never mind. Now, the one thing I do wish I had on here was the mechanic. I've been thinking about changing out one of these skills and putting a mechanic on it. I don't really need it, but it would also be nice, so. If I were to remove one of these to get the mechanic, I would probably take off Bounty Hunter and put the mechanic on there. I've been debating on doing that. But when it comes to the modules, I've got a Last Stand, a Repair Amp, and a Nuke Amp, and the Advanced Repair. I mean, that's working really well for me. There's not a lot of robots that I run the Last Stand on, so if I'm not running a Shy drone on this guy, I'm going to run the Last Stand. Shy is another good drone for this. If you don't want to run the Last Stand, you would run the Shy instead of the Kestrel. And then you would replace that Last Stand with a immune amplifier. But I don't know. I mean, those weapons are getting rebalanced. Some of those drones are getting rebalanced. So there's just going to be a whole lot of big changes coming up, which is a bummer. Kind of sucks. Sometimes, you know, some things I don't understand why they're rebalancing. Other things I totally get it. I mean, some of that stuff, it makes sense, but other stuff, not so much. But Happy's back. Ahmad Ellie, what's up, bud? Good to see ya. Phantom 015 says, what do you do in a situation where the enemy team decides to group up together and eliminate people from your team one by one? All right. Well, you're not going to like the answer, but die. You're going to die. If you're on a team and you're on voice chat and you can get your team to start working together and doing the same thing that they're doing, that's the only way you can fight against that. If you're on a voice chat, you can have somebody call out, hey, everybody shoot so-and-so. Everybody shoot this guy. Everybody shoot that guy. I mean, that's what those guys are usually doing, right? They got a leader in the chat who's calling out for, you know, the leader reads the map. You want to find a leader who's really good at reading the map and figuring out what's going on and who's the biggest threat, which robots need taken out first, yada, yada, yada. And if you get a good leader who's really good at call outs, you can just annihilate people when your team works together like that. Now, I'm not sure if you guys remember Justice. He had a War Robots YouTube channel a while back, and he was a super good player. Justice was a really good player, and man, when we had him, anytime we played with him, we would appoint him the leader, and he would make the best call outs. He was good at it. He was really good at it. But it's really hard to play against a group like that, especially if your group's not organized. Revenant or Scorpion, which is the best? All right, I would go with the Revenant any day over the Scorpion. Scorpion's awesome. Scorpion's really fun, but if you play the Revenant well, it's the better robot, in my opinion. Guppy saw a guy with a level 150 Muller in Silver League. Yeah, he spent some money to get there, probably. I would imagine he dropped a couple $100 to get a Muller and level it up. Banana Man says, keep on buying or dying. Alright, what do I think about Harpy, Cestus, and Labrys? I think it's good, man. I think that's a good setup. Now, I don't personally like the Scorchers and Incinerator type of weapons. I don't care for those personally. Some people do. But the thing about Cestus and Labrys is they have auto aim. It's almost impossible to miss. So they got that going for them. They do some dice damage. I think they hit harder than they feel like they're hitting. That's one thing is, if you were to run a Hangar of just those weapons, as you're playing them, you might be thinking, man, these don't really feel like they're doing much. But when the game ends and you look at the amount of damage you did, you're like, oh, wow, those did way more than I thought. I like those weapons. Now, I can't guarantee that you wouldn't like the other set better personally, but I've never really been a fan of those blast rockets. Like, I can't get into the blast rockets for some reason. Every time I put those on, I play 2 or 3 games and I'm like, nope, I got to get these off of my robots. So I would rather play your current build personally, but I think that's really going to be personal preference, right? Like the Scorcher type of weapons are nice. My main thing is I think the rockets travel too slowly, and a lot of people are able just to get out of the way and move before they get hit by the rockets. So I think it's really hard to hit people with those. Guffy wants to see the ultimate thunder. That would be pretty cool, actually. You never know. I wouldn't be surprised if they do at some point. Hey, Rakesh, I'm doing good, bud. How about yourself? Happy says, the blast effect deals massive amounts of damage. So here's the thing about the blast effect. I think if you hit one guy, it does a nice amount of damage, but let's just say you could find 4 or 5 people in a group. That blast effect will damage everybody in the group. So if you can fire those shots off into a crowd, the blast effect's great. But I just can't get into those weapons. What are my thoughts on the anti-cheat we're getting? I really don't know, man. I don't know. It sounds like it's supposed to be great to run against hackers. Sounds like it should do the job really well. I don't really know much about anti-cheats, honestly. I mean, it's good they're trying to do something to get rid of hackers because nobody... Well, some people like hackers, but most of us don't. My understanding, though, is they're buying or renting or leasing or buying a license to use anti-cheat from an established company that makes anti-cheats. So I assume it's going to work great. So I'm probably in a couple of days. Give me 2 or 3 more days, and I just gotta like I always say, right? The giveaway ends. I turn the winners in, then I gotta make sure everything is good with the list and there's no problems and whatnot before I announce the winners. So I always give it a couple of days just to make sure Pixonic doesn't say, hey, you know, this is an issue or something's wrong here or whatever. So I wait a few days. I usually wait a good 4, 5, 6 days after the thing ends just to make sure they don't come back with some sort of complaint or find some sort of an issue. If I don't hear anything after a few days, then I'll usually just announce the winners. What's up, King Dark? How are you doing today? So those should be announced here in the next couple of days. I'm thinking Thursday. Probably Thursday I'll make a quick giveaway announcement video. Brandon says, how do you get 11 million damage for the Gunslinger title? Very strong weapons and lots of healing. Brandon, I'm not really sure what league you're in or what your Hangar currently looks like, but Luchador with repair modules currently is really good. Any Titan with repair modules, actually. Rook with repair modules, Luchador with repair modules. Mauler is going to heal up a lot. If you happen to have the Raptors, those heal up a crazy amount of damage because healing turns into damage at the end of the battle. So bottom line is you got to have really strong weapons and lots of healing to hit a good 10, 11, 12 million damage game. Duffy says, there are a lot of hackers in clan fights. Yeah, there are a lot. Well, it feels like there's a lot. When the anti-cheat goes through, then I guess we'll know if it's still, you know, if it's just, if those players are actually that good or if they were cheating, right? Well, we'll get a good idea if those were cheaters or just excellent players. All right, Brandon's a Masters League. All right, so Masters, you're getting up there. You should be, depending on your hanger though, you should be getting some pretty good damage, but you really need to have something that's healing up like crazy. If you happen to have any of those new healing weapons, I mean, those will help you get more damage at the end of the battle. But you also got to think those titles don't do anything for you, right? I wouldn't be worried too much about those titles because they don't really give you any benefits or any advantage. You just put it on your name and it sits there and looks pretty, and that's it. Little Baby says, how to participate in the giveaway. All right, so when there's a video for a giveaway, unfortunately, they've all ended now, Little Baby, but you got to find the giveaway video, watch that, and follow the instructions on the video, basically. All right, so should you buy a Titan Datapad Gold? Let me show you. Let's talk about that really quick. Hold on. Let me go ahead and open it. I think I have a couple of Titan Datapads on this account. Let's open some and see what happens. We'll let you see what happens. Yeah, we got 6 days left until the new update. There's no guarantee you're going to get a Titan out of the Titan Datapads is the problem. Alright, let me go in here and see what I currently have, right? Is this the Titan ones? So are you talking about the bounty ones or something different? Oh, or this one here. This one? If you notice, there's several different things in here, right? I don't know which one you're looking at getting, but let's just go ahead and open these. So Pix does send me a couple of these over so I can open them and show people like what we get and stuff. I forgot to do an unboxing video this time, but let's go and open these and see what happens. We got 6 of these, right? So right there, I got a Titan Pilot. Let's open another one. We got a Titan Weapon. You're not guaranteed to get the Titan out of here. Another Titan Weapon. You could open 6 and get 6 pilots is the thing. Then we got another Titan Weapon. Then we got a Titan Weapon, and I think we got, what, one more? So 6 of them so far, and another pilot, so no Titan, right? It's kind of like pulling the lever on a slot machine when you open one of these. Then we got an Anguisher. I mean, you're going to get some good stuff. You're going to get something good, but you don't know if you're going to get a Titan or if you're going to get... Then we got another weapon, so... It's hard to say. You might open 1 and get a Titan. You might open 15 to get a Titan. It's the problem. What's up, Daniel Sykes? But that's the problem. That's my only issue with the data pads. It'd be nice if you knew you were guaranteed to get a certain thing out of it. Nightcrawler says, I don't run titles. A lot of people don't. Some people think it makes you a target. Alright, Happy Brawler says, I have 2 Scourge and Calamities set. Are those regular Scourges and Calamities or the Ultimates? The Ultimates are really good. I mean, you can throw those on pretty... Ultimate Scourge and Calamity are great. You can throw those on pretty much anything you want, and it's going to do awesome. Now, if they're regular Scourge and Calamity, the problem comes on the lock-on with those, right? Those do have a lock-on. I don't remember if it's 6-second lock-on or 3-second lock-on. Let's go look really quick. Oops, wrong thing. It might be a 6-second lock-on. No, the Ultimates here, these don't have a lock-on at all. And they're really, really good. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you put those on. They're going to do great. So I would say just experiment with your different robots and throw them on whatever and see what you like them on, because they'll work on anything. Those do more damage up close than they do at a distance, so that's the only thing you got to keep in mind. What's the lock-on time here? Reload 5 seconds. Yeah. I don't like how they have some of these things set up when you're trying to read the descriptions. I almost always have to come back to this page to find the full description. That's annoying. Where is that thing at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Oh, I've lost it. Somehow I missed it. Hold on a second. It's bright blue. How am I missing it? It's bright freaking blue. It should be easy to find. Oh, dear Lord. Where's it at? There it is. Lock-on time is... It doesn't say, does it? Nope, it doesn't tell us anymore. You know, people were complaining that there was too much information in here, so they've dumbed it down, and now they don't give us enough information. But my problem with these weapons is the lock-on. If it wasn't for the lock-on, they would be great. But if somebody goes into stealth and you're locked onto them, you lose your lock-on. And then when they come out of the stealth, you got to wait like another 4 or 6 seconds or something like that. Drives me nuts. They're great weapons until you start losing your lock-on constantly. Then you lock on, then you lose it. Then you lock on to the next person, then you lose it. It's a big old pain in the butt, but... That's the only reason I don't run the regular ones is because of the lock-on. But the special edition ones are awesome. Guffey said some people opened 7 and got 7 pilots. Yeah, I've seen that actually. That would be kind of infuriating, wouldn't it? That would be terrible. So we only got about 10 more minutes left on the stream, guys and gals. Let's go back to the gameplay. Wrong button. Where's it at? There it is. Alright, back to the old school gameplay for the rest of the Q&A. Edward says, that slot machine mechanism in getting equipment is the thing I hate the most in the game. Yeah. I remember back in the day you could just buy almost everything outright. But now you kind of gotta pull the lever on the datapad machine. I don't love that part either. Wu-Tang Killer, what's up, buddy? Nice to see ya. My squatting? No, today we're just doing question and answers here. But yeah, if anybody's got some last minute questions, get them in there because we got about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Happy, they're great weapons until the lock-on starts causing you issues. I don't know if you've upgraded them. I mean, if you've already upgraded them, by all means, put them on there and play them and try them out. You might like them, but there is a pilot skill which will allow you to lock on twice as fast. So that's probably a very good skill to add if you are playing them. But if you change weapons, then that skill becomes obsolete, and then you have to spend more gold or more thorium or whatever it is, more memoriam to reroll the skill. So I don't like spending resources on pilots or weapon specific pilot skills, because they only work for that particular set of weapons, and then you change it and you wasted your resources, if you know what I mean. Would I run it after the nerf? Depends on what you're talking about, I guess. Would I run what after the nerf? Wu-Tang? ACDC, what's up, my man? Brandon Eller says, Daniel, are you in Champion League? Phantom says, I miss when you can just buy things. Yeah, you know, I remember when you used to be able to buy something. It was, well I don't remember. It was like $100 or $200 to buy a robot back in the day or something. I can't remember what it was, but people would complain about it being too expensive. Then eventually they moved over to like the data pad type of system and whatnot. ACDC says, classic I don't like. What, like the classic mode? Wu-Tang says, the anti-cheat thing is not going to make a difference. Why'd you say that? Alright. Ahmad wants to know which weapons are better for the Ravana. Blast shotguns or sonic weapons. So, sonic weapons I don't like on most robots, but for some weird reason I really like them on the Ravana. But if you time the abilities correctly on the Ravana and you're not having too much lag, the sonic weapons can be very effective, because you can go into the abilities at the right time while you're reloading your sonic weapons, but they do still have a crazy long reload time. I think for most people, the blast shotguns would probably be a more ideal weapon because of the short reload. But for some people, the Sonics are going to be a better choice because they hit harder, they do more initial damage, and if you time the abilities around the reloads and stuff like that, you can do a lot of damage with those Sonics. But they're, in my opinion, the Sonics are really hard to play. What's better for the Raptor? Ultimate Calamity or Athos? That's a hard one to answer right there, because both are really good. That's a really hard one to answer. I could play the heck out of either one and be happy, so I think that's going to be 100% personal preference on that one. Now, I do know the Athos. I think the Athos are on the list of being rebalanced, so that may change on the next update, but as of right now, I would be happy as heck with either one, honestly. My favorite for the Raptor is a Subduer and 2 Magnetars, but those are also getting rebalanced, so I don't know. What would I run after the nerf as a high Champ League player? Alright, so the thing about the nerfs is none of them have actually happened. We don't know exactly what's going to get nerfed, what's going to get buffed. We don't know which nerfs and buffs they're going to cancel. We don't know how much they're going to nerf stuff by or how much they're going to buff it by. So we won't know anything about that until it all goes live and we really get to test it out. So there's nothing but speculation right now. So I mean, they've already decided they're not gonna do some of the nerfs to the Ochikochi. They're taking away some of the nerfs to the bedware. Anything can still change at this point. But we gotta wait till they go live and we get to try the stuff out. Because, I mean, some of that stuff's going to get nerfed and it's still going to be really good. But there's a possibility that a few of those things might suck after the rebalance. Some of the things that get buffed might be awesome. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Revenant buff. I'm really looking forward to the Heimdall buff. But for all we know, they could say, hey, we've decided not to buff the Heimdall and just say, scratched. But we'll see what happens. But it's probably going to really take us a couple of weeks to get to play everything and really test it all out and see what's going on. So there's a lot of changes, or a lot of proposed changes happening right now. So, oh man, hover is awesome, but if you try and play a hover right now, it's just going to get annihilated, unfortunately. Phantom, so what happens should I put on my Scorpion? What weapons? So Scorpion wants weapons that do really fast damage. I actually do like sonic weapons on the Scorpion still. I like the blast shotguns on the Scorpion. I think after the buff, don't quote me on this, but I think after the buff, the ice rockets are going to be really good on there. Right now, the test of the weapons are really good on there. Ultimate shotguns. If you have got the ultimate shotguns on the Scorpion, that's nasty. You want to find something that you can just get in there, unload all the ammo as quickly as possible, and leave. So you just want to find something that does big damage at close range quickly. But those are some of the things I like playing on it right now. ACDC said, I'm only seeing ultimate weapons and bots. I mean, I see some here and there, but I don't really see that many ultimate weapons and bots, right? I drop into a game, there might be 1 or 2 ultimate robots running around most of the time. Unless you're in a big squad, then you might see some of those whales with all kinds of them. Wu-Tang, yeah, the Mauler definitely needs a big nerf, I would say. I would agree with you as well. Nightcrawler says, I like using Hazard Mace. Yeah, they're both awesome. I got a feeling the Hazards are still going to be a good type of weapon after the rebalance, though. Because they're kind of buffing it and nerfing it at the same time. So hopefully it's going to balance out. I think it's going to do more damage, but shoot a little slower. I bet they're still going to be good. Alright, so our 2 hours is about up. Our stream time is about up for the day. So if you got a last minute question, get it in real quick because our stream time is over. Alright, so Brayden wants to know, do I agree with this statement? The game would be 10 times better if they changed the matchmaking to match with the players who have similar hangars in terms of level and power. For the most part, yes. I want them, I would love them, I should say, I would really like if they would do something a little different with the matchmaking. If I would be willing to wait 1 or 2 or 3 minutes to get better matchmaking, right? I would be happy to wait more than a minute. Usually it tries to drop you within less than a minute. I wouldn't mind waiting a couple of extra minutes for better matchmaking. What they should actually do to make the matchmaking better, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure they could find a way to improve it somehow. When will the Mauler get rebalanced? I have no idea. Could be in a month, could be in 6 months. I don't know. That's only we can only guess on something like that. Edward, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Here. I'll give that a like and a heart. Wu-Tang says the hazards look like they're in slow motion. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna take a minute to get used to them. I think they're still gonna be good, but it's gonna take quite a few games with those to get used to the new playing style. Phantom with ultimate storms would definitely be insane, my friend. Ultimate storms are probably gonna be nuts. Did we get a giveaway for the Titan pilot? I didn't have one, no. I'm not sure if anybody else got one of those, but Pixonic did not give me any Titan pilots to give out this time. Midnight says, be back soon. Better than ever later. All right, guys and girls. I guess that's it gonna be for the day. That's going to be it for the day. All right, so tomorrow, hopefully I still have the game footage. I have to make sure I didn't erase it, but I've been recording some games with what do you call those things? Those heavy weapons that I like so much that I never play. Those one heavy weapons that are really good. They're DOT weapons. Some of them look like candy canes if you get the special edition. Vipers. I've been recording some Viper game footage here and there. I'm probably going to post that tomorrow as long as I didn't accidentally erase the footage. Because Vipers are pretty cool in a way. They do have some downfalls. I can't say they're like the world's greatest weapons, but I'm enjoying them. Anyways, thank you for coming out to my live stream. Thank you for watching my videos. You guys and girls are super amazing. I do appreciate each and every one of you a lot. Hopefully everybody got their questions answered. I mean, there are going to be times where there's things that I don't really know the answer to or I can't really answer it, but I do my best. Thank you all. You guys are amazing. Lightning out and have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. See ya. I'll be back.